All right, all this week we're getting you ready to go back to school by talking to some of the key educational leaders across Metro Atlanta and to find out some of the top issues for their district. We will continue our look into Marietta City Schools districts this morning with the superintendent, Dr. Grant Rivera. Welcome back to the show. Well, welcome to the show. I've interviewed you a couple times now. I'm saying welcome back, but this is your first time on the take. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, good to be with you, Chesley. Good morning.
Not a problem at all. Hey, when the students walk in on the first day, what's the vibe you want them to feel across the district?
Oh, I think in Marietta, but I would say across all schools in Metro Atlanta, the energy of meeting your new teacher, the energy of being back in school. I think every one of us as adults remembers that special teacher who changed their life. And I think certainly we're about to embark on those new relationships in this exciting new school year. And I think across Metro Atlanta, but certainly in Marietta, we're excited to welcome our kids back.
Last week, the federal government signed off on a release of dollars for funding school districts. Do you know how much money that you'll be receiving? And if so, how is that going to be used?
Yeah, I think certainly as we receive both state and federal dollars, as Marietta has done in past years, our goal is to make sure we put those as close to the classroom as possible. So for us, it's about making sure we leverage every dollar to have an impact for children. We're grateful for the funding that we get. Certainly, we understand that things are tighter relative to budgets, but we're making the most of what we've got and want our teachers and families to know they have the resources they need.
Yeah. One of the biggest priorities for families, especially today, is safety. What's your plan? What's the plan you guys got in place to make sure folks, the families at least, are relieved about safety in your schools?
Yeah, so Marietta City Schools is fortunate to have a close partnership with the Marietta Police Department. We have our school resource officers that are span across our schools, pre-K through high school. So there's a lot of layers of support that we have. This year, something that is new is that we will have pass-through weapons detection in our schools. So we might have used that in the past for football games and basketball games and graduation. But as we think about what families want, certainly I join you here as a superintendent, but also as a father. We will have those pass-through weapons detections up at our middle schools and high schools, and it's just another layer. So therefore, children make good decisions, and our adults know that we're taking every effort possible to make sure our kids are safe.
Talk to us about the no phone in the classroom pilot program that you have.
Yeah, so Chesley, the reality is that the conversation nationally around cell phones and children and distractions, I would say even for us as adults too, is important. And this past year, state of Georgia really led the conversation, and there was legislation passed under the direction of Representative Scott Hilton, signed by the governor, that said bell to bell in grades kindergarten through 8th grade, no cell. So what that means basically is there's an expectation that children are not with their cell phones during the school day. In Marietta, a year ago, we launched this, if you will, cell phone smartwatch limitation in our middle grades. That was done through Yonder Pouches. It was incredibly successful. And we've now rolled the concept up, although slightly different, up to high school. We want our kids not to have cell phones, smartwatches, AirPods, personal laptops and devices. At the end of the day, we want them locked in on a teacher. At the end of the day, we want them present in our classrooms and not distracted.
Yeah. Have you gotten much pushback from this program from some of the parents, some of the kids?
It's interesting, Chesley. I respect the fact that families believe it may be their right to reach a child during the school day. And I think we as educators have to acknowledge those are important dynamics for families. And whether it's based out of fear or whether it's based out of convenience, that's real. And in middle grades, we've had a lot of success with families understanding that they can cut the cord from their kid for 8 hours a day. In high school, there really is an expectation they be able to reach their kids at different times during the day. What we've said in Marietta is we're going to protect class time. They want to reach their kid during class change or cafeteria. We're going to allow that flexibility and treat kids perhaps as adults. But it's a distraction, Chesley, and certainly I have great concerns as an educator and father. We're just trying to protect our kids and let them be present at school and build those meaningful relationships.
Yep, gotcha. All right, what do you want the students themselves to say about the district by the time we get to the end of the school year?
I hope our students, almost all 9,000 of them, know that there are caring adults who love them. And I hope they walk through this year and run through this year with the excitement. I hope they build those core memories, those lasting relationships, and I hope they know that everybody in Marietta is here to see them be successful.
Sounds good. Dr. Grant Rivera, thanks so much for joining us, and success to you for a great year.
All right, my friend, great to see you. Wishing you a great year as well.
All right, take care now.